Roger Chaplin about 9 years ago in November when Brandon brought me down to propose. I didn't know he was going to propose. 6 months later, he was with us at our honeymoon on our cruise. So he was just so generous. Like he would come down and spend like days with us, months with us. And he would like go outside and like he was such a hard worker, right? Everybody, all these things I keep hearing. He was such a hard worker. He would go outside and rake leaves for no reason because we didn't care about our lawn. But he cared. And like he became my grandfather. I never had a grandfather, and he was my grandfather. So I'm gonna miss him. I'm so sad he's not gonna see our new house. But I just love him. And he's like his generosity and his stories and his love for the younger generation. And we would go to youth and young adults group, and he would just be there and pour into them no matter what, and tell us all his stories. And we would go on rides to Goodwill and IKEA. And it was great. And I'm gonna miss him. So, like a lot of others. Oh my gosh, it was never okay. So when I was born, my mom was super young, and he and Grandma just stepped in and did so much to take care of us and make sure everything was okay, and he did that for others. And you know, even as his kids became adults and then children, if they needed to move back in, they just opened their home up and just move back in. It's no big deal. It's like Grandma was always the one that, like, if everything wasn't working out, you knew that you could still call Grandpa. There's been several times in my adult life that when I got done, I needed some help. Grandpa was there. He was so incredibly frugal in everything that he did. Always like the thrift stores and the cans. Always put the cans everywhere. Just so cheap in everything that he did for himself, and at the same time so incredibly generous toward other people with his time and with his finances and everything. Just he was always very present in the moment, and like it's like he knew that every moment he was creating a lasting memory with you, and just was always super special, even in the most mundane things. I know for my husband, he would say that he never felt like an in-law. He talks about how right away Grandpa was pinching his butt because he just loves people, and was the most fun to be around. And I see those qualities in his children and grandchildren, of just being welcoming and loving of everyone, and so the frugality and the generous and all of that. I just see the love that has radiated down the family, and so that's what I love about him and love about our family.
Yeah, like Morgan said, we moved away when we were young. So I moved to Florida when I was like 8, and so I was never really around a lot of you guys. But one of the biggest blessings in my life was, when me and Vanessa got married, Grandpa started coming down almost every year, and he would stay with us, for 2-3 months at a time, and it was seriously one of the biggest blessings ever, because he took care of our house, and he was there, and not only that, but I got to spend real time with my grandpa that I had never really gotten to before. And so we would sit down in young adults group, and everybody would come over our house, and we'd cook and hang out with him, and like he did, he would derail the conversation, and he would start telling us these stories. But for me, it was like such a precious time because I got to hear more about him and how he came to Christ and how that impacts all of us. And it's just so crazy to see. It's so crazy to see how much of an impact he had. And it's I wouldn't be where I am. None of us would be without him. We wouldn't have the faith that we have in the place that we're in and the place where we're going to be without him. And I'll echo everything you guys said. His heart was amazing. And I'm just glad that he was my grandpa, for sure.